that's a very interesting story. I come from Kerala, which is a very, those days in 1995 when I started my hotel management journey, Kerala hadn't seen any five-star hotels probably, except maybe one in Trivandrum. So I had absolutely no clue about what five-star hotel is and what hoteliering is all about. I had a friend of mine who wanted to try hotel management, and when he spoke about it, I found it interesting. So I applied for the entrance examination. I got through, he didn't. So I landed up in IHM Chennai, Institute of Hotel Management Chennai, in 1995. I passed out in 1998, and I was selected by Leela Palace Hotel, Leela Group of Hotels, as a hotel operations trainee. So I joined them in the Mumbai hotel, the flagship hotel of Leela, in 1998 as a hotel operations trainee who graduated after training into front office assistant. And I also had an opportunity to apply for the internal management training program, which started in the year 2000. So I was selected, I became a management trainee, and then the life changed because I was fast-tracked and I was sent to Leela Palace, Bangalore. We were just about to open the hotel. So I was sent there as to help the entire team set up the operations front office. From there, life took a complete turn. It was a fantastic opportunity that I had at Leela Palace, Bangalore. I grew up to become the assistant front office manager there. And then I moved to Hyderabad, wherein I got an opportunity to open, to convert the old Viceroy Hotel to Marriott Hyderabad. So that was a 180-room hotel, which transitioned to a 297-room hotel. So I oversaw the project coordination apart from it being an operating and running hotel. I also looked after the project coordination. From there, I moved to Novotel Hyderabad. Again, it was a pre-opening hotel, so I opened that hotel and the convention center. At that point in time, it was India's only convention center, wherein I was instrumental. I was looking after the entire project coordination and, the usual stuff that happens with pre-opening hotels, getting the property up to speed, etc. From there, I moved to Lalit Group of Hotels, Lalit Suri Group of Hotels. I was a part of Intercontinental Mumbai. Then I was the rooms division manager there. I again got an opportunity to pre-open Hyatt Regency Pune. So that was also a project hotel. We opened, it was a 375-room hotel. So I headed the entire pre-opening part of it. And then I came back to Intercontinental. And I've been with I was with Lalit Suri Group for 9 years, I guess, wherein I headed the Udaipur Hotel, which is a 110-year-old palace, and then the Lalit Ashok Bangalore. So I was just discussing this sometime back that Le Royal Méridien Chennai it's got its own legacy. It's a 23-year-old hotel, and it is the first international hotel that happened in south of India. Before we came into existence, there used to be, many other hotels which had some sort of a tie-up with maybe an international chain, but it was never that the international chain came on its own to the city. So maybe if you look at Bangalore, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, I think we're probably the first international hotel that came into this part of the world. So that carries a lot of legacy and weightage, number one. Number two, the hotel is built beautifully. There is a lot of thought that has gone behind, construction of this hotel. The designers were all international. I probably wouldn't be able to explain to you who those designers were, but there is a lot of thought that has gone behind every aspect of the hotel. So we celebrated the Tamil, Chola and Pandya architecture along with, and made it modern. So that's how this hotel came into existence. Apart from that, from a strategy perspective, we are accessible, we are very friendly. I always say that, if you go into another modern day hotel, you will find a lot of people who will smile, who are courteous, who are process driven, etc., etc. But when you come to us in this hotel, you will find a lot of human beings, people who are warm and friendly, and people who are genuinely caring and concerned about your stay and your well-being. So that's our USP. The people that we have are our USP, and the facilities along with it. We have some of the best suites in city. We have, one of the most luxurious, pillarless banquet halls in the city. Our restaurants are well sought after. Apart from that, we also do a lot of our own towards environment. We are 100% on renewable energy. So whatever electricity that you will find, in this hotel, all equipments are being run on renewable energy, split between wind and solar. So that is another USP of this hotel. We are also a zero discharge hotel. There is absolutely not a single drop of water that goes into the sewage system. Yeah, so our STP is self-sufficient to recycle the water and put it into usage in the flush tanks. So all these keeps us apart, and our reach in the market we are very friendly people to work with, and hence people find it much more. Our guests find it much more easier to access us regardless of whatever time of the day. So I'm sure if you speak to any hotelier, the first and the most important challenge that we all faced is manpower shortage. I'm sure that's the same answer that you will get from everywhere else. There is already a huge shortage when it comes to qualified manpower. We have people available, but unfortunately this is an industry wherein you've got to be, there is a certain amount of quality that is required out of each individual that we employ, and hence that is in shortage, and this will be in shortage for the next 5 to 6 years maybe, I guess. And what we've done differently is that we have reached out to a lot of universities and colleges, probably would have got overlooked in the normal run of things, and then we have hired freshers from there. We've put in a little bit of an effort in terms of training them to get used to what is normally acceptable in a hotel industry. So that ways we have managed to kind of plug in places where we don't find the right kind of people. That is one. This is one of the major challenges that we have. And second thing that from my perspective, I find it is that in Chennai is not a completely developed market. The hotel industry here still is developing, like any other major cities. So it'll probably take about a good 3-4 years before it reaches that pinnacle. And hence availability of material and material is also one big challenge. So any hotel who wants to have certain quality of items that you need to invest in developing suppliers and getting your right kind of stuff. These are the two big challenges that the industry faces today. So, we over a period of whatever time that the hotels have been in existence in this country, we've given it names and terms which says that guest satisfaction, etc. At the end of the day, you need to understand one thing, that we are in the business of selling luxury. So 20 years back, when we started our career, a bathtub used to be a luxury, an 8-inch mattress used to be a luxury. Not today. Things have changed much differently because of accessibility to all of these products, number one, and affordability of these products. So those days when a guest used to come to a hotel, come and stay in a hotel, a big screen television, a big thick mattress, and a 550 thread count bed sheet used to be a luxury, but not anymore. So what we do now is to focus on being genuine to the guest. You just have to accept and acknowledge the fact that that is the guy who is spending a lot of money to come here and for a different to come and enjoy, and also conduct his business. So be empathetic to every guest. Make sure that the guest is made to feel important. And if you accomplish these two aspects of management, then I think 90% of the problem is sorted. You really don't have to do anything different than what any other hotel does to satisfy your guest. All you need to do is to be genuine. That's a fantastic question. It is the talk and thought of the time and era that we are in, and we are also, equally committed and focused to create a sustainable environment, and we want to leave something behind for the future generations. So, like I said earlier, our hotel runs on 100% renewable energy. That is number one. Number two, it's a zero discharge hotel, so there is no wastewater that gets dumped into the city's sewage. Our STPs and ETPs are self-sufficient. It'll take care of all the wastewater that is generated in the hotel. We also have an extremely robust rainwater harvesting system. So our air conditioning plant, our many other gardening, etc., is done through rainwater and grey water harvesting. So these two makes us again self-sufficient. We draw very little water. See, at the end of the day, we cannot completely stop drawing water from the city's grid, but we do very little water. We draw very little water from the city's grid. Another interesting thing that we did is the water bottles. A hotel is one area which generates maximum plastic waste. So our endeavor was to completely cut it down. So we don't use cling wraps in the hotel. We don't use single-use plastic. We try to minimize the usage of single-use plastic in the hotel. We do not have water bottles. We have our own bottling plant. And that itself has cut down the garbage generation by probably about 70%. In terms of when you have a banquet event, say for 500 people, the number of bottles that is produced is about 1,500 bottles. That is a garbage. That is completely stopped. And that is a big thing that we have achieved in the recent past. We are also in the process of installing heat pumps, which means that the usage of diesel will be limited only to the diesel generators. If there is a technology that will come in tomorrow where you don't need to use diesel for generating electricity, yes, we will go for that as well. So, I'm here in this position today because I'm fortunate to have worked with a lot of great leaders who nurtured me, who fostered me, who overlooked my mistakes that I did and corrected my mistakes, etc. So I employ the same thing with my team as well, because at some stage in our life, we all go through this, wherein somebody helps us to become what we are. And now it is our time to give it back to the people who join with a lot of dreams in their mind. So we try and correct mistakes. We give them a very nurturing environment wherein they are not pinpointed or not asked too many questions about mistakes that they do. We give a lot of training inputs. Training is probably not the right word, coaching inputs. We do have buddy system in the hotel wherein somebody who's a completely rank junior who comes into the hotel, he gets attached to another buddy who will train him, he or her, in terms of getting in shape and knowing the hotel and the way it works. These are a few things that we do. We do have employee engagement programs that we keep doing every month. our town hall is a great opportunity for us to kind of interact with everybody at one go, most of the employees at one go, team members at one go. So we keep doing that. We value every individual's feedback. If there is a feedback, then we hear it out. We make it a point that they are also, all team members are included in some of the decision-making process, which, by means of which they will also feel important. And that is also a very important aspect. See, at the end of the day, I feel that if I am able to, send back my team member happy at the end of the day after working here for 9-10 hours, then I think I've achieved what I want to achieve. So from that, when you look at it from a technology perspective, we are a part of Marriott, and hence we do have a lot of support that we get and guidance that we get from Marriott as a company. So our televisions are brand new. We did a lot of work in terms of modernizing the guest entry and exit from the hotel. The locking systems is brand new. A guest has the wherewithal to check into a room that is assigned to him while he's at the airport, and the key will get delivered onto his mobile phone. So we've gone to that level. In terms of, like I said, heat pumps are getting installed wherein we will eliminate boilers. So that is another technology that has come into play. 10 years from before, we couldn't think of having a water bottling plan in the hotel. So that is already in. COVID taught us a lot of new lessons. So, the filters have been changed. The bandwidth of the internet has increased. The property management system is, the latest version. So these are some of the things that we have employed to ensure that the guests have a seamless and a very productive stay with us. So we do have a 24 all-day dining restaurant called Cilantro, which was the only restaurant at one point in time functional just immediately after COVID. We've recently reopened Navratna, which is our Indian restaurant. Kayal is in the form of, we are thinking about doing something different with Kayal, which used to be our seafood restaurant, but that will come into play a little later. Dome is our bar. It does absolutely well. It is known for its cocktails. Some of the most innovative cocktails that you can see in Chennai market, you will find it at Dome. And Flame has been entertaining our younger crowd for over 20 years now. Yeah, so these are what we have. The food quality. See, it is also important for us to remain pertinent with the changing times and understand. So our chefs are, we send them out to see what is happening, sample competition to check what else is happening around. And if there is anything that we can do differently in the hotel, we keep doing that also. In fact, in the ongoing Sika Culinary Challenge, we won an award for the wedding cake. So all of these are, morale boosters, acts as incentives to try and keep innovating. We do, every Friday, we ask our chefs to create something innovative, and so that whatever, probably the top 3 items that was innovative can be used in the next 1 week's buffet. So the menu keeps ever changing. These are some of the things that we do to keep us relevant. It is again a very interesting question. I always feel that the leader will dictate the way the hotel or the organization moves. So from that perspective, I am always open and friendly. Most important thing that you need to understand is that it is these guests who come and pay a hefty amount of money to stay in the hotel or to dine in our restaurants that keeps the hotel running. So if I am able to understand that, and I'm able to keep my team understand that they are the most important people in the world, then I think 50% of your battle is already won. be approachable, let anybody and everybody, regardless of what time it is, like they are able to contact me, my guests, my team members, my bosses. Everybody can call me for anything at any given point in time, which translates down to the rest of the world as well, that regardless of the time or the day, you're always on the show, you're always on the shop floor. So if I'm able to inculcate these few qualities in everybody, then I think it'll really make a lot of difference. So from the way I look at it is that if I'm able to go home happy and feeling happy about the day that I spent, I think it's a very rewarding day. Am I able to make any change in any individual's life, regardless of whether it is a guest or whether it is one of our team members? Am I able to impart some of the knowledge that I've earned over the last 25 years being in this industry to anybody? Then the day is a good day. That's the way I look at it. And from a future lookout, I think we are growing. We are slowly becoming or reaching where we should be. In the next 2 years, I think we should aim at becoming one of the best hotels in the city, at least.